President Joe Biden heading to Valdosta, Georgia at this hour to tour areas impacted by Hurricane Helene. Now, earlier today, he visited Tallahassee as well as Perry, Florida, to survey the vast devastation. Now, Hurricane Helene is now the second deadliest hurricane in the U.S. since 1969. It's only topped by Hurricane Katrina back in 2005. The death toll currently stands at more than 200. More than 70 of those deaths occurred in North Carolina, which was devastated by fast-moving floodwaters that were caused by the storm. Now, right now, only about 20% of western North Carolina has cell phone or internet access. And the historic village of Asheville, North Carolina, is essentially cut off from civilization. Now, one small Asheville business, New Origin Brewing, was wiped off the face of the earth. And one of the founders, Brian Fetting, I'm pleased to say, joins me now. Brian, our hearts go out to you. Just sort of give us an idea, on the ground there in North Carolina, what are things like? How are you doing?
Things are tough, to say the least. It's hard to travel, hard to get anywhere. Roads that are open for driving have now potentially been closed as they continue to search for bodies, frankly. So the situation there is apocalyptic at best. It's hard to be there and hard to experience it, to be honest.
Now, there's also a business angle to this, as well as the human angle that you just described. From a business perspective, is there any hope of salvaging your business?
It's going to be really difficult. The main hurdle we have is, the simple balance sheet of it. We've got a liability, and we've got assets. Those assets are gone. That's a pile of rubble now, and they're scattered for miles. So the difficulty now is navigating it with the banks and trying to figure out how insurance is going to help. It looks like it's not going to fully cover it. So for us, as one small business, we employed 10 people. Those people had families, had homes, and we're just hoping to find a way to reopen, but it's going to be a long path.
Are you getting any assistance from the state or the federal government?
At this time, we haven't heard of any assistance that we'll be receiving. FEMA does have assistance on an individual basis. For example, my home personally had a tree branch come down through the roof into the living room. That's something that I'm anticipating FEMA may help with. But as far as the business goes, we're really in limbo right now, and we're hoping that the federal government can come through and give some assistance as needed.
If they don't, are you facing bankruptcy?
There's a real chance. I'm going to have to evaluate a lot of options, and I'll exhaust all of them to avoid that. But if they don't come through, there's a serious chance of that.
I have some family, distant family that was affected much less so than you in Florida. And I think what they said is some of the issue is they either had hurricane insurance, but if flooding was the issue, then the hurricane insurance was denied, or vice versa. How are you dealing with all the insurance companies and whether the hurricane or the flood insurance is enough to cover?
We have some good people on our team and on our side with this, and we're evaluating all the options. Even just getting the full language of these policies is hard to do. So right now we're navigating that. We're looking at what it is because, what kind of insurance happens when a rail car gets lifted up and smashes through your building? Was that a flood or was that a hazard? What was it? So that's kind of what we're navigating now. I assume it's going to be a long back and forth with these insurance companies. They have it in them to protect us. They took our money, and I hope that they can protect us now that this has happened.
Well, we hope so too, Brian. I think a lot of people are frustrated that we send billions to Ukraine, and yet we haven't been able to step up and support you in the right way. So our hearts and our prayers are certainly with you, and we wish you the best on your, the human toll, but also your future business as well. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. And if anyone can donate to a GoFundMe, we would really appreciate it. Or just spreading the word. I think everyone down there feels a little underappreciated right now, and just anything you can do would help. Thanks, Taylor.
Well said. And To do something to help, Fox Corporation has made a donation to the American Red Cross's Hurricane Helene Relief Fund. You can also help if you wish. Visit redcross.org/Fox Forward, or you can scan the QR code right there on your screen.